Hello all, hope you is good. Welcome back to EU4 and the Mongol Empire. So, I'm currently being quote-unquote sieged by Hungary. Don't worry about this is absolutely nothing. There's no problems here, the country's not burning. I've also got my independent army coming down for these rebels because I set them on rebel suppression for whole of India, all of this stuff. Everything over here basically. So they're just going to go do their thing. I'll move this 51k over to these ne'er-do-wells a bit sooner. And Naples is under my control. Will you give me Naples? Yes. So they're non-co-belligerated and it's Naples. And it's only 27% war score. Sure. I'll also just take money for arbitrary purposes. Then let's burn it. Core it. I will upgrade the Royal Palace of Caserta when possible. Very nice. And that unit can come back. Excellent. There's still a couple provinces in here for me to colonize. I'll get to them when the fog of war, but Terra Incognita. When TI relieves itself, I'll sort it out. And yeah, here go all the Neapolitans. They are out of the war. They can no longer do anything cool. And the Pope has insulted me. Don't you worry, Pope. I've got more than a few words to say to you, to give to you. I have very few. There's a very large amount of bullets and horses to come rattling and stomping your way. Also, access with the Ottomans from Brandenburg. All right, sure. I mean, I'm not really going to fight Brandenburg. I probably don't even need to siege them down. If I need to siege them down and get them out of the war, then whatever. But I'm honestly thinking of leaving Mecklenburg and Wolgaster in this war as well, right? Nope. So yeah, I'm going to leave Mecklenburg and Brandenburg. They can sit on a huge truce of the whatever it will be once this is done. Because of course I'm going to just completely annex Hungary. The plan here is to get the Pax Mongolia, which involves having 20 provinces in Carpathia, which this actually was the last 10 I need from Hungary. This up here, of course, is treated as not Carpathia. This is part of Czechia. North Germany. Game terms. Game terms. And yes, the Bengali separatists are all probably going to walk over to this area. On that note, let's also get rid of the damn forts. We don't actually need them. Also, I'm waiting for the Bengali stuff to call, so why don't I delay this war slightly to give them a chance? Also note, I'm 4 years away from absolutism hitting. So, from there, admin efficiency will come up and reign supreme. It's going to be nice. Hong Kong allied with Tangu, Senwi and Sepour. Well, I border Sepour, who aren't in my coalition. I could use them as a way to just take out Hong Kong from the coalition, then eat them down. Ava still have Lan Na. No, Ava are a tributary state of Lan Na. Good for you, Lan Na. Diviet still like me, which is perfect because the plan is to come back and attack them with... Where are the... Hold on, we've got 1, 2, 3. Wasn't the plan for this one to come back for Diviet and Ayutthaya? Oh, I don't remember. This unit's going to help fend off the guys coming in, and then it's going to head back around for Diviet. I think after expanding in Hungary here, that'll be enough aggressive expansion with the West. I don't know what that rabble was about, but Hopefully editing me caught most or all of that away. Some guys outside are deciding to just yap off about whatever. Shouting their heads off. Not really necessary or appropriate, but there you go. Such is life. And no, that's never the sort of thing I've ever done. I've never just decided to just gob off out in public like that. Just unnecessary, you know. Luckily, the Ottomans haven't tried to fight Hungary here. If they tried to fight Hungary, that would have been a little bit annoying. Because then I'd have had to have had everything sieged in time, but no. This would be nice and simple. What would be funny is if someone declared war on Naples while I put them all in black flag a mile away. Well, several miles away actually. Several hundred of them. Go, Dahlia's cord. I won't need anything else from here for a while. I just wanted the GovCap great project from Naples. At some point I'll be bordering Spain to grab the two most important great projects from them, Malta Forts and Alhambra. Mind you, El Escorial in here does give GovCap 10%. So while it's not as good as the other two, it's still a nice one to have. Can't say fairer than that. So let's increase autonomy in the provinces that got the separatist sentiment. Just cut it out as an issue. I'm happy with that. I'm invited to Eid. Why? Why, Mamluks? Why would you invite me to Eid? You have no reason to break bread with the guy that you're in a coalition against. Like, oh yeah, we hate you, but come and eat some bread with us. Not quite the same as when Mario invites Bowser for a game of Mario Kart, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so Hungary are done. Don't worry, I know I'm fully overextended. The Bengali stuff will course soon. So my guy is now a Reaver. Hold on, does it need the tick of the month? Let's go to the first. Okay, they can't replace their traits. Would be cool if I could replace their traits. So now, the event Mongol Peace happens. We are the true successors of Temujin. Merge the modifiers together into Pax Mongolica and give it a modifier. Honestly, merging the modifiers seems a bit weird of a condition because it really doesn't matter how many there are. But that's okay. Extra GovCap, reduced envoy travel time, and all rulers will be conquerors, which synergizes with Mantle of the Great Khan. That says when your ruler is in battles, they can become a legendary conqueror, which is just an enhanced version of the conqueror trait. It's cool. It turns a guaranteed trait into an even better guaranteed trait, you know. Anyway, let's just burn all the things. I will be increasing autonomy over all of this as well, just to make things a bit easy. And do I spy Tech 18? Offensive ideas are next. 182% overextension. We're just going to eat it like it's nothing, by the way. Let's continue. The plan is next to go for Diviet and Ayutthaya. Maybe unify some more Indochina. Definitely get the Grand Palace. You got separatist sentiment before, so did you. You can tell by the differences in the unrest levels. I think the rest of it's relatively okay. Yeah, the rest of it's relatively okay. Also, this is an okay time to be increasing autonomy because it's just before absolutism. If absolutism had already hit, I wouldn't be doing this. But yeah, let's just continue increasing autonomy. If I need to later, I can statify all this and then decrease autonomy to get me some extra absolutism. But I think the plan would be continue to conquer stuff. Whenever rebels appear, just kick them down. So it's a good time to need sword mana for an idea group then, isn't it? Good choice, me. Good choice. Again, I'm just going to keep whacking this up. It's not really going to affect my current income, so at least not to any significant, noticeable, variable degree. It's not like I'm going, hey, you know all that land that's like 0%? Well, here's 100% in all of it. No, this is turning 90% into 100%. Next up, I've discussed, will be offensive. I want better generals and I want quicker sieges. Recruitment time is also actually really nice. And oh yeah, I got a tech cost reduction via I think it was via a mission. So I've got a temporary idea cost reduction on top of the fact that, of course, I had humanist early, meaning that I get idea cost for a long time. And of course for the rest of the run. It all works together. In the meantime, I want no forts in this land. So yeah, I literally had just enough provinces for Pax Mongolica. So returns of missions. Emperor's Guard. At least 10 battles with our ruler. Unlocks the Keshiks. Costs no pressures will force limit, and they get cavalry fire and fire damage received reduction. And then we get mercenary cost and discipline. That doesn't matter. The Keshik stuff is negligible. Into Egypt, also negligible. Raising temple buildings yields ducats, whatever, just a little bit of money. We're flush with money now. Inward perfection, also not really a problem. Continental trade, not a problem. Couldn't care less. It really is now just achieve Mantle of the Great Khan just because we can, or just because we can't. But yeah, that's it. Let's keep moving. Sorry, I sort of did a combination of spacing out and explaining stuff. That's a bad set of things to put together against me. You know that will have me for a while. Also, all of the Hungarians going to start coming in, so we need to kind of also intercept them. And yes, this is the Catholic progressive expansion kicking in. Don't worry about it. I'll be ignoring the rest of the Catholic land for a little while here, but I will come back and deal with all this. The plan is to continue heading eastward, grab the aforementioned Divey Ayutthaya stuff, deal with Indochina, maybe get myself over to Indonesian land, and whatever else. I mean, not a lot of the big players in Europe will be in my coalition. Just the German culture group stuff. So with that statement, I include Austria, who have already joined the coalition. Yeah. Go over here. And how's my Terra Incognita? Still Terra Incognita. It's a shame. And Hungary had troops down there. Alright, good for you. Again, I'll just deal with them as they come in. Regensburg in the coalition, Nassau in the coalition. Yep, this is fine. This is all fine. Really couldn't care less. It is funny though how the Ottomans managed to take like all of this Hungarian land before and nothing happened to them. I take the back half of Hungary, and everybody starts getting up in arms. Oh well. I mean, let's also ignore the fact that I took out a whole bunch of the Commonwealth land earlier, and all of Sweden. So I suppose there's various other reasons why they're mad, not just that. But they're Protestants and stuff, so even the Protestants and the Reforms are getting up in arms. And Austria went Reformed, probably due to empire pressure. The Netherlands have joined a coalition. I see the 7k stack up there. Let's send this towards Diviet. So we'll do a little bit of manoeuvring. Get back into the east. I've dealt with a bit extra in the west. Got my missions complete. We'll dive further into that as we go through. The Timurids are in my coalition. Mara are not in my coalition, and they're allied with the German Adal. Ooh, I could use them as a fulcrum to attack Adal. Ajam, sorry. That's cool. And then Ajam are currently in Ajam and 75%. Cool. I can get behind that. Also, that's a lot of dip power to be having. You know what they say, with great dip power comes great culture conversion. Good stuff, Uncle Ben. Let's deal with, hold on, 1 second. This Siberian one, culture adjacent. So this is actually worth, well not worth, but this is as peak as it's going to get. Okay, not that one though. I'm just checking for if I see culture adjacent on the bigger ones. Yeah, let's now go back to the small ones. Uzbek, Uzbek, Uzbek. Persian, Crimean, Afghan, Turkish. Persian, Punjabi. Crimean, Afghan. Click all this. There we go. How to get rid of 1,200 bird mana in the blink of an eye. Or a swipe of the tail. Bohemia's in my coalition. Or is this just fantasy? Let's continue getting extra gov capacity. We've also got rebels rising up in Korea. But that's fine because they'll spawn up on the mainland. And my Merc company are on auto. To include, okay, let's include this half of Korea then. I was going to say to include Korea, but apparently not the whole thing. Apparently past me just sort of stopped partway through there. So what are we doing here? Neutral on the treasury. That's fine. I could reduce or remove my advisors. I quite like where they're sitting. Yeah, if I was at war, I would be earning money. Because of war taxes, obviously. Which I should really leave off now for a bit. Especially while I'm trying to chug through offensive ideas. Well, I suppose there's no real harm in having war taxes on. I'm getting a lot of my points via raising anyway. Oh, I need to keep this around here real quick. And this takes out the Hungarian separatists here. And then we'll go down to help with Diviet. Again, that will put Diviet and Ayatai at a truce with me. I can then do truce break sequences. Khmer, Mongyang and Sepor. Maybe I get a few wars ticking here, get all of these guys in pieces. Not as in PIECES, but pieces as in truces. Then I just can truce break every single one of them. Maybe that's necessary. Württemberg have joined a coalition. And I think the Hungarians are going to end up in Pest. Good thing all my land connects everywhere at the moment. So Ottomans have 270k troops. I have 220. That's another colony. So hopefully this will start showing soon. And Golden Era, I'm not starting it until we're partway into the Absolutism era at minimum. Separatist sentiment again, whatever. Canik and Sinop. I know exactly where Canik and Sinop are. Oh, separatist sentiment won't affect it too much. Also, 105%. Okay, once Naples calls, I'll hit the separatist sentiment button. I want to wait for it to be under 100. That would be the sensible outcome. Just make sure that we're fine. Something outcome accountability. So Naples is done. Then we can hit this button just to get rid of it. Sinop and Canik, I have separatist sentiment. I mean, realistically, it'll be like it's like 3 total. But you know what? Let's just sort it out. I don't need them revolting. So Naples can now be upgraded for the Royal Palace. Excellent. I'll just chuck the money I have at it. And let's slightly reduce the rate corruption's routed out by. Keep money afloat. Oh, they're staying in the... Nice one, Ottomans. If I even thought about that for like more than half a second, I could have just started moving my troops there down quicker. But that's fine. Korean troops are going to 5% autonomy. I'd rather just leave it. At this point, that can revolt or not revolt, you choose. Bear in mind that this guy is suppressing rebels, so even if they spawn, they can deal with it without me even having to look. And 12 corruption's okay, but 10 corruption is better. Switzerland are in my coalition? Oh no, not the half-broken, completely irrelevant Switzerland. How will I cope? Anyway. That's right, I needed to change my focus, just to help with the interim. It's not like I need to worry about Bird Manor. So I'm still 27 years ahead of time in admin tech. Excellent. Printing press is on its way, as is global trade. Global trade will actually spawn faster because I've got global trade in my capital. And this is all statified land, so it will automatically count itself as a higher percentage than the territorial stuff. Because how the excuse me, funny. How the autonomy, how it works is it goes by the autonomy percentages of the land, not the land itself. So stuff that's statified and got 0 autonomy. See, 87 provinces have adopted it based on the percentage of the development after autonomy. So, even half stating the land gives you less autonomy in the province, so it makes it more of a percentage as well. So, if I co-belligerate Ayutthaya, that calls in Arakan, Senwi, Bagarian. Calling it Arakan also calls in Ava. Calling it Ava also calls in extra guys here. Calling in Lanna calls in extra guys here. Calling in Senwi calls in extra guys here. Hong Kong calls in the coalition. It didn't show the... Oh, I think I had the mouse over the picture for a second. It's Mong Yang I wanted to select. No, 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 no. Mong Yang also bring them in. Silly me. So I need Arakan, Senwi, Ava, Lanna. I'm doing this because I want to have them co-belligerate, because there's a few people here I can instantly annex and take out a lot of their land and whatever else. Seaport, not as fussed. Khmer are nothing. I mean, I could put in Bagarian. That doesn't call in a coalition, but it does call in Malacca. I think I'm going to leave Malacca for now. Don't know why, just I think I'm going to leave them. Hong Kong, Mongyang, Mongshan, Langshan, Mongnai, Khmer, Seaport. Yeah, that's good. Go. So it's a war versus dive yet, so you know who the last target of the war is. Let's get moving. Then this guy will go this way, as previously intended. Also, of course, I'm called in Mong Kong, which allows me to, well, not quite fully annex them because they're 60%, but I can turn them into an OPM or something. Thanks, Comet. Way to be a pain. And yeah, I could have swapped. I could have kept the centralized power on for a bit longer for the stab costs, but that's fine. I can still eat slightly, even more slightly expensive stab, but stab's only expensive because of overextension. So I shouldn't have pressed that button. I should have waited. Didn't even think about coring, the coring progress affecting stab. I'll be honest. Because it's just been so absent-mindedly cheap the entire campaign. I suppose that my admin points can both giveth and taketh away, huh? So anyway, let's deal with this bumper war. Look at that. Just about everyone in Indochina, with the exception of Pegu and Tangu. I might just declare a war on one of these bozos next time as well. But yeah. So that will be, this area is going to be wrapped up next. So catch you in the next episode for that. Peace.